Welcome everybody. Welcome back to another build session with Dark Soul. It's really good to get to keep playing, keep building. And today we have a third session on the Notes app, which we've been building in a couple of weeks up till now. It is going to be mostly working on getting it a little bit more polished and getting it working and then playing with it at the end of a session as we usually try to do. And yeah, I think we will go straight into Guillaume if you have questions for this session today, and we can go through what we want to do. And if you want to, at some point, screen share the designs, we can talk about it through there.
Yeah, no, I actually think that's the first thing that we should do. Going to go ahead and share my screen. Excited to complete, like have a more completed thing than normally we are able to get to in 2 hours. That feels exciting. So let's see. So let me pull up here. Cool. So this is the drawings that Victor made. Fabulous drawings. So this is the end goal for our Notes app, right? So we have a list of groups on the left, and when you click one of the groups, you see all the nodes inside the group, and you see well, who created it. You can search, you can create a new node, and you can also manage a group by clicking, well, last session we changed that a little bit, but there's going to be a button here with which you can add members and leave the group and stuff like that, right? And when you click on a node, this is what's supposed to get shown. This is the node detail view with the possibility of adding a checkbox and possibility of adding a photo as well. Cool. So this is what we want to get to. And now, where are we in the development of the app? So I have here prepared the app, the code on the left, and then the terminal on the right. I'm going to move the terminal away from the main screen because that's always a little bit distracting, but trust me, it's there and it's doing stuff. And I'm going to show now the two apps that pop. It's honestly just the same app. It's just that it's two different holochain nodes running and connecting to each other, because in a peer-to-peer app can only be demoed correctly with 2 or more agents. Like, it doesn't make much sense to just be like, yeah, I'm the only peer in the network. So our favorite test individuals are ASDF and QWER. So they create a profile and now they don't have anyone. What we did last time is we added this contacts view in which you can select add contact, and now you can exchange the contact information. So copy this contact code and the other just pasted it. If this was a phone, they would be able to scan the QR code, but we don't have that right now. Enter the code. So we have a contact request, a waiting response here, contact request, accept, reject. I can accept. And now both are each other friends, which gives us the ability to, when creating a new group, so private group, I can search for my friends and then add them to the group. So you see how it just popped private group in the node that created the group, but also in the friend that was added to the group. So now if I go into the private group like this, there's something wrong. And I was trying to fix this just now. I think it's like this. Let's see. Oh, really interesting bug. Okay, there is a bug we need to fix, but let's look at this later. For now, let's just, okay, we have a bug when the name of the group has a white space, then it crashes, which is kind of bad, right? But we can create non-white space group. And now it should work, right? Awesome. So now we are able to enter the group and both of them are in the group. And then inside this group, I can create a node. Okay. No, image. Image is mandatory for now. We definitely need to change that. Create node. And now this one should get the node soon. Okay, here we go. And now we have nodes synchronizing, right? Then what we did is we added this settings button besides the group name, and the settings button just has this add members, leave group. So if I go to add members, it's basically the same screen. And if I go to leave group, then I can just leave the group. Cool. So this is.
Can I just?
What's
can I
that?
just?
Yeah.
A non-white space group is what you mean to say, but it also could be read as like QAnon
QAnon.
white space group.
Oi.
So Guillaume, is there a function to be able to change the name of the group once it's created?
That's terrible. That's terrible. I'm just going to kill them. Gone. I don't want that. Dioses. Yeah, that was really bad, huh?
It's not that bad. It's not. I think it's actually quite funny because it was innocent. It wasn't intended.
Wow. Yeah. Dioses. Woo. Woo. Okay, just avoided that thing. Good. Okay. Cool. So let's just quickly set up again. Thanks so much, Eric, for pointing out the important details on these things. So add contact. And then accept. Cool. And then my group. So now this is ASDF. Good. Select. And now my group. And now here in the settings, there should be a way to update the name of the group, right? That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah,
Okay.
Then we could have kept the other group and just changed the name.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. So that's a thing that we can implement. What other things can we implement from the design? And let's try to explore a little bit what can be done and prioritize the features.
Mm.
So let's see what don't we have. We don't have search. That's really easy to implement. We don't have optional images. I'm going to write them down. So optional images is one.
And originally, I actually thought about images as being like you can have one or multiple images, like basically like having an image in line. Like one of the things that I was spoken to with Jenny was like, oh, when you get wine recommendations or something, just to be able to take a photo of the thing and keep it in a note.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. So update name of group as well. Cool. I guess, should you be able to edit the node from this view or only from the inside of the node view?
Wait, should you be able to edit the note from what? Is it edit the note?
From this view, from the outside.
From this, like a tiny note, if you can do changes in there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
it doesn't feel. Yeah.
Let's look at. Hang on. Let me just look at my notes app on my iPhone. and find out what people expect. No, you have to click on a note in order to do anything about it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, no, you can, if you long press a note, you can pin it, lock it, share it, or move it. Those are the options from this window that might be useful to have,
Okay,
but not editing the contents.
not editing the content.
Yeah,
Cool.
let's make use of the many millions of dollars Apple has invested in their user experience.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
that
can we
makes
say that
sense.
can we say that we're copying that? We're not. We're just taking inspiration.
We do extensive user research into what people expect, which just happens to be everything that all the Notes app do.
Yeah,
So yeah, we are kind of ChatGPTing it.
we're ChatGPTing. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I have 4 features on my list. List of images in Notes, search, updating the name of the group, and being able to edit the note much better, because right now you have to go inside of a note and then click this and then edit it like this, which is absolutely not how we want it. So
No.
I'm going to repeat it. List of images, search, updating name of the group, and better editing of the note. What should we go for?
Another possibility would be if you can have checkboxes, so you can make things like
Absolutely.
grocery lists or to-do lists.
We
or
need
something like that.
checkboxes. Yeah. We need checkboxes. I think out
Cool.
of all those options, checkboxes and edit note are the most important. Better edit note is the most important, so that like when you click on the note, it just goes to the note screen that you're editing it in.
That
You don't have to
makes
select it; it
sense.
automatically goes to the editor. And
Absolutely.
then, yeah, that would be the top of the list. And then I would put checkboxes below that. I agree.
Mhm.
Victor about checkboxes.
And then, yeah, okay, so let's since they are related to the node detail view. I like tackling them first. Actually, since we are doing the node detail view as well in depth, we should maybe also put in the vector, like the list of images feature, because it's going to be in the list. Sorry, in the node detail view as well. So I'm going to try to tackle them 3 at the same time, if that's okay.
Yeah, just do all of those 3 highly complex, challenging things at the same time, Kian.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's try to do that. Cool. So I need the 3, 2, 1, go. Otherwise, my
Hang on.
brain doesn't
We
work.
gotta set a timer for it though. If we're gonna really do it, we're gonna really do it. Let's get a timer going. Clock. Time. I'm gonna do a stopwatch actually, because that is easier. 3, 2, 1, go.
Go. Thanks. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and go into note detail, which is this element that we are seeing here. Cool. And I actually like taking this view to start with rather than the other way around, because you don't actually expect these boxes when you are editing the node, neither this weird save button and whatnot. You just expect this to be editable, right? So I very much like taking this element, right, which is this div here is what's rendering everything. So taking this element and actually changing its behavior here. Cool. So this is the content. I think if you just do content editable, you should just be able to go inside and absolutely cool. So
Can you
not
make the
bad.
box? Tell me if this is the kind of thing that's appropriate at this juncture. Can you make the
Yeah.
editable, the visible space that's editable much bigger? Like that it's not like one line that then expands, but just that it's like,
Yeah.
it looks like a sheet, you know?
Yep, absolutely. So something like this.
Yes, something like that. Yes.
Okay,
By
maybe
default,
that's
even
too
bigger.
big.
I would say even no, I'd say by
Even
default even bigger.
bigger.
Yeah, because like you want to be able to see your whole, as much note as you have.
Okay, but no, but okay. So we are setting the mean height. Height.
They're both acceptable.
yeah.
Height, and height are both acceptable pronunciations.
Cool. So this is the minimum, but if you actually have more of a node, it actually expands.
It just expands. I'm fine. I don't have a strong enough opinion about it. That's fine. And then
Okay.
can you have the same thing for the name of the note, that you can just change the name of it there also?
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely. That's the plan.
rad. Okay, great.
Should we make the node just expand to the screen, or is this acceptable like this? Like, should the
It's
node
easy enough to
contract?
expand to the screen. That feels
Yeah.
like
I like
having it. Yeah. So that you
I
have
agree.
the whole
I
screen
prefer
as a note,
expansion.
and then if there are buttons in the bottom or whatever, that comes at yeah. So it's always the same
Absolutely.
size, and then whatever. Yeah, let's do that.
Absolutely. Okay, so your desires are orders for me. So is that the line? Is something like
Oh, your
that?
wish is my command?
Yeah, okay, sorry. Much better.
No, but that's you're translating it from the
From
Spanish
Spanish,
translation.
absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. What is
Yeah.
it in Spanish?
Tus deseos son mis órdenes.
Cool.
Okay, so now let's try to expand this thing. And why is it not expanding? Because in the note, do we have no detail? No, not here actually. So I think it's in the home. No, it's in the group. In the group. Where is it? Group invites. No, we are in the home page. In the home page, yeah, group detail. Here we go, group detail. And here we actually need the node detail, right? And node detail. Exactly. And now this should expand. Okay, it's not expanding as we wanted. What's up with that? Column. Right. Okay, and I guess we should make it like no, that didn't help. It's a column. No, if it's a column, it's actually flex one. Exactly. So now what we do, we can't do it like this, can we? Let me just check. Display contents. We can't. Yeah, exactly. This just takes away. Cool. So what we are going to do is we are going to go over here and say class column part content. Yes, and now we are going to say overlay page class expand. This seems a little convoluted, no? Do we do it like this? I think it's better like this. Expand content. And actually, why shouldn't it be always like this? It should always be like this, actually. No? Because, so if I go to overlay, like, this is fine, but actually flex should always be one, which means it should always expand, and sometimes the underlying content just doesn't expand, and that's fine. Right, exactly. So this still works exactly the way it's supposed to, and this still works exactly. Perfect. Okay, cool. So now it's expanded like that. Cool, and now if I do like this, obviously this needs to expand to the whole thing as well, which should be like flex 1. Amazing, cool, and now we can edit that as well. Okay, where should the delete button go?
There should be a 3-button, like a little 3-dot button menu or gear menu, but I think 3-dot button menu in the top right-hand corner that includes a delete option.
Like here?
And it also, no, I would put it in the top right-hand corner. Yeah, I would put it there. And then I
There.
would have that include a delete option and also a move note option. So you could move a note from a group to another group or something, if that's not too complicated. But that might be a feature to add later. For now, it's fine if
Okay.
delete is just underneath, is the only thing in the drop-down menu, which I know is a terrible UI thing, but we can add the more stuff in the future.
Okay, yeah, got it. So let's not focus on that for now then, and let's focus on making this editing actually stick, because if I now reload, it's not saved, right? We just made it editable, right? Which, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Do you think there's a market
So
for a disappearing ink app?
yeah, for sure there is, for sure. I have an anecdote, but that's for another time maybe. Well, in a HoloChain hackathon, a team made a disappearing chat app, but the disappearance of messages was just like 5 seconds. So you chatted, and then after 5 seconds, like everything got erased. It was the funniest presentation of any HoloChain app I've ever been to. It was hilarious, yeah. So content editable on change. And yes, I still need to Google stuff, of course. So, I think it's input, right? Okay, let's just try input. Input console log. So if I, let's actually, first of all, do away with this log, which is just distracting for us. Cool. Now, if I go here and I edit, we have an input event. Amazing. So now we say, I guess we do it like this. This is an ID title, and this is an ID body. And now we say, where do we have the edit node? Is where we would have this update node here. And now we can update the node. Cool. And then, no, we shouldn't put this here. Cool. ¿Qué te pasa? Something went wrong. Oh, yeah. So this dot update node. Cool. And inside update node, current record, I guess. Yes, we have the current record. That's fine. So entry record, but the fields, no, that's fine. So we say const title equals the shadow root get element by ID title as HTML span element. Cool. And title L, and I guess now we can do title L dot inner text. I think title is content L inner text as well. Current record, entry, image hash, that's fine. And then this is content instead of body. So content. Okay. So we are going to do this here and here, right? And we are just going to see how this looks like. Title L.inner text. So if I go here and I do this and I done. Hey, cool. So what's happening now is that every keystroke we are sending an update to mate. So that means that we have tens of calls to Holochain and to update the UI, and they are overriding each other. So it's like, but like honestly, really, really bad. Absolutely terrible. Cool. So options to fix that. So we can have a deep bounce. So let's see. If I do this, then it goes. It does work, but if I do that's bad. Okay. Let's actually, I think it's word wrap. Okay, so no, word break. Hey, why not? Okay, but if I do this, you don't wanna. Interesting. Okay, let's tackle that later. First, important stuff, which is okay. So delete. Okay, if I do this. So if we are already updating, then we should wait until the last update changes and then send in the next one. That's a possibility. We do care about action hashes, so we don't want to do it relaxed mode. Okay. Let's try it like this. Yep. So updating promise, which is a promise any or undefined. And it's like if this updating promise await this updating promise. Now, actually, we change this to be like this won't work if you have two at the same time. So what? A vector of updating promises? Array. Not saying that this is the perfect solution on or end goal. I just wanna try see if this works. Await promise. Cool. And now promise const promise, which is this, and this that updating promises push promise, and we await the promise here. No, that works. Yay! Seems to work. No, something
Cool.
happened now. Something happened now. Because we are overriding every time there is a new update. This gets overridden. We don't actually want that. We just want this the first time around, actually. Not status, render detail. Right. We just want this the first time around. We just want this the first time around. Yeah. So what the problem is that every time there is a new update, we are actually re-rendering this thing here. But actually, if you do it quick enough, you are before that update gets recommitted and your UI re-renders, you have a new letter which gets overridden. So we don't actually want this to be bound so that it's kept in sync. We just want the first time, right? So latest version, which is a wait to promise. We just want the first time for that node to get. Yeah, exactly. And I guess we can do it like this. So, and then let's grab this here and say title L inner text equals latest version entry title. So, content. Okay, let's see now. This works. Obviously, we are not going to get any interference, but if I reload now, cool, I think now it should work well. It actually did work well. Problem is that we have an issue now with okay. Line breaks are getting converted to white spaces when they are stored like this. Cool, let's try to fix that. So let's see, title L, no, that's easy enough. We want content L, so content L, let's see. Because this is inner text, maybe it's inner HTML that we want. Oh, I think we don't want inner HTML. Yes, okay, so instead of inner text, it's going to be inner HTML. See, I go here and I add some break lines and exactly, okay. Cool. Something like this. Okay, this is
Does
potentially
it mean that
Ah.
every element, like every time you write something, it updates the entry?
that's
You
right.
get
Yeah,
a new entry? Yeah.
yeah, that's right. That's potentially wasteful. Potentially that's optimizable in storage and whatnot. But for now, let's keep it like this. We are not that concerned with, like, it's really small entries, so we are not that concerned with that. And let's declare that as an optimization, possible optimization for the future.
Mhm.
Cool. So we can edit nodes correctly now. Let's try to tackle this thing here. Keeps expanding even though we don't want it to expand. No, let's see. What about that? Span content, break word, yes. Line break. No. Flex one, yes, flex one, good. Word break. Max width. So content editable span word break, please. Yes. Okay. Try like this. And white space, what was it? 3. No, didn't change much. Mm. Uh-huh. Wi-Fi. Okay, let's just take the shortcut. So it's 558 pixels, and then this doesn't matter, does it? Good. Let's just do it like that. So this is this column here, that's width 558, right? Cool. And if I do this, yeah. So
Can we also increase the size of the title font?
yeah.
I'm also not sure we want images at the top title thing. I kind of don't. I don't think I want images to be the thing in my Notes app. It takes too much away from the note.
Yeah. Agreed. So okay, so this is overflow, auto, and then font size should be what? 24.
Yep,
Okay,
that's it. 24.
cool. And then take the image out of here and maybe in the bottom. Okay,
Yep,
and
decapitate the
probably,
image.
yeah. So this should probably be like please give class row because we are transitioning to it being multiple images. And this is the one that should have actually both because the height, and now this is the max width. Exactly, yep, getting closer. So now let's make the image be a list. So if we go to node, image hash, it's going to actually be a entry hash now. Okay, so in types, it's now this is an entry hash array. I guess we can images hashes, and images hashes. Let's reload the thing because whenever we change a field, bunch of things happen, bad things happen. Cool, and now we also want to change the flow of creating a node.
Yeah, it'd be great if the create a note just opens a note the same way. You just start writing in there.
Exactly. Create node. Okay, let's just try to do it right now then. So create node, where's that add? And more than create node, it's just new node, right?
Yeah, you just hit new note, and it shouldn't even. It should just like, yeah, and then it just says new note, and the title is just. What is the title by default in a new note? I keep asking the question and trying to figure it out instead of just finding out what the answer is.
And I'm not sure that notes even have titles normally.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
They do.
Yeah.
Basically, it starts you. Yeah, here it starts you. This is a notes app, and I go to the hot button that Guillaume talked about last time. I click on that, Ugu Mush, and it goes up here, and it automatically starts me at this thing, which is the title, and I hit enter, and I go here, and then I go and it's smaller text.
Yeah. These nodes, we don't have the nodes. We don't have nodes here because we are, yeah, exactly. So let's get some nodes then. So this is const node store equals this shadow root query selector nodes context as nodes context. And I'm going to say this is mandatory. No, what's mandatory? This thing, nodes context, and now nodes context dot store dot client dot create node. So we are going to hack the system and create an empty node. Image hashes, it's empty, and now we are going to say this dot routes dot go to node hash. So this should be like node encode node action hash. So this doesn't even new node. I mean, it worked. So just to make it clear, yeah, okay, this is okay, yeah. Okay, so it's like map image hash to HTML of image hash. Yeah, okay. And there should actually, maybe not a gap, I don't know about that. And now same in node summary, which should be like, that's fine, but it should be like, oh, I don't actually know at this point. Let's just see. Okay, yeah, that's an empty node.
Yep.
Okay, so you create new node and now you have this.
Great, I love it.
Probably this thing should be focused.
I think, yeah, the cursor should automatically start there.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't like the bounding box personally. I don't want to see the blue bounding box.
Okay.
But I want a blinking cursor that really pops.
Content editable, no bounding box. Yes, exactly. No. No. Yes. Yes. Cool.
Hell
So
yeah,
if I-
dude!
Yes. Yes.
Grungus. Grungus.
What?
Just wanted to say Grungus.
Grungus. Grungus. Okay.
All right.
So cool.
The cute little cursor you've got there, Yam.
Thanks. Yeah, I've been working all day for it. Cool.
Oh, wow, look, that's so smooth.
Oh, that's great. It works on holochain. Yeah. Cool. So now the node detail page looks much more like it. I guess we should display some other stuff when, like, you can hit new node and then nothing is displayed. Sorry, new node, nothing. You haven't edited anything, but then you go back and you have a new node which is empty, right?
If you go back from an empty note, it should delete that note. Is that let me check. I love this. It's so easy it's so easy when you're making a thing that's a normal thing to test your idea.
Right. Makes
Oh,
sense.
you know what? Can I show you? It animates it, gentlemen. Look at this. We don't have to go this far right now, but look at this. New note. Okay, great. New note. You know what? I'm not going to put anything in this note. I'm just going to go back. New note. Oh, it shows me that I just made a new note with like all the time and stuff details, and then it deletes it for me. Because why would I keep that? Clever.
Interesting.
So I think if you go
I
back
like it.
from an empty note, it deletes it. And ideally, it's an animated delete experience.
Okay, let's be gentle about that one. I'm not so sure about that one.
No expectation on that. Let's actually
Okay.
not do that because it's not a priority for right now.
What would you like to do or talk about?
Opa, what?
Would you like to do or talk about? That's what the machine is asking.
That triggered my AI assistant in my phone, which I never use, but somehow it got triggered by something we said. So it's like, cool, it's spying on us all the time. Awesome. So how are we going to do that? We are going to say something like, not in the, I don't like it being content. Should we do it in the node detail? I guess we should do it in the node detail. Yes. So something like, when this disappears, so disconnected callback, super disconnected callback, we are going to get this, and it's like, if title inner equals this, and content inner, actually, I'm going to say, let's trim it, because otherwise a white space would also count as a node having something. So this dot delete node, exactly. So if I go here and I go back, boomba, 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 I'm just deleting nodes like that. If I have a new node and I go back, and I'm not sure you can see it, Eric, but it does exist, like new node and I go back and it just, did you see it?
No, I mean, I didn't, no, I didn't see an animation, but I believe that it's there and it's happening faster than my eyes can perceive.
Exactly. Okay, cool. So, do we do the image list now? I think we do. Or what's your sense?
Could be. Is it? It's already optional. I mean, I think the checkboxes are more important than images. If we
Okay, checkboxes.
Agreed.
Let's do checkboxes.
Agreed.
Checkboxes.
Agreed.
So it's so nice to have the product. Like when I code alone, I make this kind of decision all the time, right? But it's like, okay, it's my decision and I think I'm right, but I'm not actually sure. So it's so nice to be able to talk to other people who are more caring for other parts and caring about the code working. If you're caring about other parts, it makes the experience much smoother that way. Cool. So how are we going to do this? We're going to say something like an icon button. Should we do icon? I think icon button is good. Icon button. And then let's have it be, yes, exactly. And now check boxes. Do we have a check boxes like this? Or what's the best one? This is too small. Maybe this one.
Yeah, I think that one.
She's
I
not
like them
actually
being
what.
filled.
Yeah. Yes, this one. Let's see. Yeah. I don't like. So what? Like this. Cool. And now should probably make it bigger. 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 Okay, what about this?
Wait.
Yeah, close
Pretty
enough,
close.
no? Cool. And if I hit this, it should go ahead and transform this. That's an interesting challenge, eh? Okay. So now this is not a span anymore, actually. So click this dot toggle check boxes entry record. So let's see, toggle check boxes. Oh, cool. So this is a div, now this is a div, doesn't make that much of a difference, but that's fine. Just in case. Cool. Now toggle text checkboxes. We are going to say check boxes content equals node. First of all, we need to understand whether there are already checkboxes or not. They are already checkboxes or not, which is going to interesting. Check boxes exist is node content in content includes a cell checkbox. Okay, now if checkboxes exist, we remove them, but if not, we say content dot replace the NBSP by, oh wait, it should actually be replace all the NBSP that's going to be there, and that should be replaced by something like we first close the checkbox and then open the new line 1 and then we add that. Now we add the first one here, checkboxes content. We are not in 2031 yet. Okay, so let's see what happens with this. But so NBSP, and I guess this is like this, maybe. Yes, this is what we want. And I guess we do the same with, right? Because this is like later on, we do the same with NBSPs. Okay, and now we update the node with that. So we say toggle checkboxes. So the content L inner HTML is final content, and now this dot update node. And now, but really bad. Fair enough. Actually, really good. We just forgot to import the checkboxes themselves. Components, checkbox, checkbox.
Oh, so it
right
transforms
back.
every line into a checkbox.
Yeah. What's that? Sorry?
So it transforms every line into a checkbox.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Where are
Just
we?
if I'm looking at other apps, I think you can just add, like if you press the button, you just add a checkbox where you are at the end of the document, I guess, if you're not. I mean, they.
Huh, the
Then
experience I'm used to
but then
is
there's a yeah, and there's a mix of elements that has both checkboxes and other text, and I don't. That's maybe a different thing then.
the experience I'm used to is all the lines are text boxes, or none of it, or none of them are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just trying to see in other ones. Boxes, list item. Yeah. Yeah. Those are two different ways. I mean, I'm checking two different apps and they're working differently. So it's interesting. Which way do we want to go? Which one?
Which way with what?
So we're looking.
Oh no.
Click the checkbox one, then you just get a checkbox. You start getting a checkbox that you can write in. Like you can start putting a list, but it can be mixed with other type of elements, like just regular text, and then have checkboxes. Or there's a change in where it's like you only have checkboxes, so it's just a tick box list now. It's not a regular note. There is nothing else than checkboxes. So this is basically converting a note.
Okay, I'm checking it right now. I mean,
so I think
here it's like it works in a regular doc where it's like, I'll start or no, I just do this. Okay, so I have this. I go doot. How do I get out of the? It's kind of annoying. It's hard to get out of the thing. It's not great actually. When I click this, I can add a checkbox, and now I do stuff in my checkbox. I hit enter. I automatically get a new checkbox. I hit enter. Same thing. And then if I enter and then enter again, I leave checkboxville and I'm back into Notesville. I think we should copy that.
Okay. Now that makes sense. So instead of double checkboxes, it should be add checkbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. So.
And then also the options, I'll just note this now. Also the options at the bottom, it has like add attachment. So then you could attach a file to it, or you could attach an image to it. And then there's like doodle. So you can draw on a section of it, but we're not doing that. Yeah. Never mind. Good.
Okay. It's not letting me. What if I do this? Why is this so big? Oh no, okay. We don't actually want that. Ah. We just want that, and then we actually want something like tricky. So this. And I guess we need to add a div there. Ah, yes, yeah, something like this. Cool. Cool. And then thing is that checkboxes are really big. We don't know why. Okay. No. Ah. Oh. Oh. Well, never knew this behavior. Sure. So checkboxes should not have white space pre-line, but really this. Important. No. Do we need to set the height as well? Cell checkbox, white space, pre-line. We are asking you for a thing, and I guess it's this thing here.
Speaking tenderly and ambiguously. The front
Yeah,
end.
it's misbehaving, but just gently a little bit. Why? Right. Okay. Good. And now, what about this dip here? What's happening there? So that's our checkbox. And now, no, we don't even wanna nest it. Nesting is actually bad. So what we really wanna do is NBSP it. Right. That makes sense, but it's bad. Okay. Or maybe VR. So let's just delete everything. We can't delete the last one. Uh-huh. Right. So this, now I should be able to delete it. And I'm not. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's a bit better. And this is safe. That's good. Now the problem is if I'm here and I click this, it moves. Because we had a previous PR. Yeah, I see. So that's a dip. What's in this dip? Uh-huh. It's not gonna work. So I'm going to go to our Teenage Stack utilities, see the other example, doing this kind of, where are we? No, because this is profiles, right? Yeah, in profiles, we have another element that was a content editable element, which is actually quite tricky to do. Might be good to us to just reuse another content editable rich text editor thing.
Why don't
For
we just
now,
put
let's.
Hackpad in this?
What's that?
We just copy and paste Hackpad or HackMD.
HackMD. No, HackMD is actually not this. Like HackMD is actually avoiding this completely because it has an edit panel, which there is nothing. And then once you edit, then the rendering engine, but you never edit the rendering thing.
That makes sense. I was trying to be cute and saying we just replace this in like
Yeah.
HackMD instead, but
Yeah.
I mean, what you have here looks pretty good. I like that purple check right there. It looks it feels, that one feels so done. Like ASDF, we're done. We did that. Now ASDF, SAF, AD, FASDF, that's a different story. And I'm really curious about what the double check marks in a row indicate. Like, it's like
Yeah,
two part. I sometimes, I used to do, I would do like, I would have a task list and I would like put effort into something, or I would half complete a task and I would have circles. I would choose circles and I would fill one of my circles. So maybe that's what that is.
Okay, I think we should probably just arrive at the good enough position right now, and then later on research a good rich text editor. Like I know a few ones, but we should research which one fits best the context and just use that one. So for now, it's going to be working, but weirdly working. So if I do this, it just goes there. And now I need to actually NBSP. If that's okay with you, because otherwise we are going to spell our whole session here and it's potentially buggy and like there is no guarantee of being successful actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to get to a point in which I can right. Why not? Why can't I? Hey, o sigui, tio. So that PR, is it needed? And that I can do. Okay, let's see. So I'm doing this and then I hit this and then, okay.
There we go.
It's not perfect. It has some glitches. So I wouldn't call this like production ready at all, but like, it's like I said, rich editors like this are really tricky to get right. Like the web was not built for this in mind. It was built for inputs, which are only for inputs, and text area, which are only for text area. That doesn't mean it's obviously doable, but it's much better if we just use one rich editor that has fixed and dealt with all these issues on their own. So probably Quill is the first thing that comes to mind, but that needs like some research and integrating into this. And maybe it's something that we do a bit of research and incorporate in our set of tools so that then it's much easier to just like boop, and just incorporate it and play with it. So for now, I'll leave it there.
Would it be a Quill plugin in the P2P shipyard?
It's much less than a plugin. It's probably just an element.
Okay.
We have a bunch of elements already, like which ones are ours? Like, for example, this is kind of an element, right? Like search users to.
Okay.
It's a thing that we offer, but it's not a plugin. A plugin means a bigger thing, maybe. This is just like a mini tool. Cool. So let's see. Oh, now the thing is that, okay, now this looks good. Now the summary, note summary. This also needs to title, looks good. And actually title should be something like span font size 24 pixels, and this should actually be unsafe static. What was it? Unsafe? No. This value, right? And then what did we do with this value? Set value. And now this doesn't really apply here. I think it needs to be unsafe. Lit directives and safe. Safe. Yep. Pretty much that. Oof. That's a long note.
Yeah, in
That's
this
a
view, it
really
should just
long
tell you
note.
the title and the first three lines, and they should all be the same size by default, I think.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, all the same size. Same size, same
Yeah.
size.
Not a real line, right? Note detail. Yes. Good. And now, right now in note summary, we are saying the height is actually okay, more like it. And then yeah, and then this is like overflow hidden. Yeah. Good, good. We have maybe 15 minutes left. We've done the node detail, it being just editable just by clicking on it and writing on it. We have a working version of the checkboxes. What other
Great.
features should we add before
What's
closing
the
today?
can we look at what the like simultaneous looking at the note and updating it is like? What like the shared note experience is like?
It's not going to be that good, actually. So problem is going to, and I'm just able to tell you right now the way it works. Problem is, let's see, contacts, add contact, contacts, add contact, accept, yes, and now add members. There's a glitch there, interesting. Yeah, if I click here, okay, yeah, understood. And then it's syncing. And this is faster. We hope it's much faster in the new HoloGen version. I've seen it be faster already, but faster, even faster than this. Okay, so now this is the, no, which one is ours? This one? Is this one?
Yep. But it's missing some of it.
Yeah,
Oh no,
because
that's
it's
different. It's different. It looks, I think that's actually different.
no, it's
There
the
we go.
same actually.
No, is that the
Oh, it was updating to an older version of it?
It was not, yes, it was not finding the latest version of it. So it displayed the
Interesting.
version until the that
All right,
it could
well,
find.
can Quer maybe check off Sidas defast that's the top one. No, that's sad fast defast sad.
Sad past. Yeah, obviously it's not going to work.
Yeah, let's just wait. Let's see how long it takes.
No, it's not going to work. I guarantee you. We disabled
Oh.
that because we had the issue of if the backend updates the front end, then we have the issue of not being able to, of multiple updates hitting at the same time. Now, if I refresh, then it's going to work. That's something that we could try to work on. Yes.
I think that would be the best thing to put the next 13 minutes on.
Okay. makes sense. You give me the most challenging challenges, huh? Okay, okay.
You know, it's a challenge to challenge you, Guillaume.
Good job challenging me. Sure.
That's my job.
Okay, so let's see. What we are going to do is in the node store latest version, we are actually going to bump this. The poly interval, it's actually going to be like a second. And then we are going to actually have this be unsafe. What was it? Summary, unsafe HTML, unsafe HTML, unsafe HTML of entry record entry title. No, this is content. And this shouldn't be. I actually like this because of the focus. Good. Good. Now, if I, woof, no, what? Why? Why though? If I go here, this is obviously what happened. Save HTML. Oof. Oof. Okay. Is that what's the unsafe title? Ah, so haha. Yeah, like a typo. Was a typo. Cool. So now it should work. Good. Vale. Now it works, but we are back at the original issue of this is a horrible experience now.
What are you puzzling on right now?
Okay, so now we've reconnected back that every time that there is a change in the backend, the frontend gets updated.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a race condition. A race condition is a problem that happens when it totally depends on the timing of two things and the order in which they happen. So what happened what happens first? We press this thing for a long time, and every time we press it, the backend gets updated. So the backend updating our frontend overrides the new change that we made in our frontend before the backend was finished.
Mm.
There is a way that okay, never mind. It's actually okay, yes. Cool, let's have it the other way around where yes. And now instead of rendering the latest version, we are going to listen for this thing. Yes, we are going to listen. So every time latest version dot get if latest version dot status equals completed does not equal complete return. But now we are going to say if somebody else did the latest version, so that would be then we do this thing. Okay. Huh?
It's a
It's going
bidding.
to get there. It's going to get there. Yeah. So, right?
And the slowness there is just the gossip stuff.
Well, yes, but it's think that it's gossiping 3, 6,
In the
9.
initial, yeah.
It's
That's also a question of like how often do you need to save it, right?
yes.
And could it be something where it's like if you haven't touched the keyboard in 5 seconds
Yes.
or 3 seconds, it updates or something
Yeah.
like that? Because
The bumps. It's called the bounce.
okay.
Well, is this like a holochain core thing, or is this like a thing that is like an issue that everyone that's building an app is going to run into that wants to have synchronous stuff? Is this something that like Syn's going to fix if when Syn works?
Oh, yeah, that's totally that territory. Yep. Absolutely. This is Syn territory for sure. This is kind of why Syn exists. Or
Do Syn work? Do Syn work for this yet now? Not yet.
yeah, it could work perfectly well. But it brings with it a ton of things that we don't potentially want. Like, I think there is a simpler version of sin needed for these kinds of cases.
Mm.
But we can do a simple thing, which is something like, let's say, okay, let's see. Woo! Okay, got it. Sorry. Ah, right. Because this is it bounds the date node. This is like this, and this is like this. Let's see. No, because we have to wait. I mean, it worked, but it threw an error, which we don't like.
Have you tried putting in the code work better or don't have errors? That might help a little bit.
Yeah, let's see.
That's my CS
Please
contribution.
don't have bugs.
I
I mean, it didn't break anything, which is like cool. What if let me try to break it. Okay, now I broke it.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty.
Okay, and I
We're at 13. We're at 13
guess,
minutes left. I think it's
yeah,
good enough for us to play
yeah,
with. This
I think
seems
so
like a
too.
toy to me.
Yeah, me too. Just a sec. Promises. Push promise for
You don't want to push.
const.
You don't want to push promises off it too far. They end up like snowballing. You know. Oh, I know that from experience.
Yeah. Okay. Much better. Much
Yeah.
better. Oh no.
Didn't like.
Good enough.
Good
It's-
enough.
It's gonna fail if you keep pressing. And it's failing here as well. Why is it failing there?
Is Demo Launcher 4 good enough right now? Or is it just saying Demo Launcher 4 because it's the fourth one I have installed? Like, and every time I install it, it's actually all the same one. Every time I install it, it just remembers it with a new number.
It's Demo Launcher 4 good enough. It's the same. We haven't changed it.
I just have multiple Demo Launchers installed. Okay, cool.
Uh-huh. Cool. Let's just package it. Dos. And now gonna go here, npm package. And then on my other screen, just going to go. So image run, demo launcher. Tuk. Okay, notes and let's see, go to publisher, to notes, and now new release, version 4 already. A note detail screen. Cool, and upload the notes web hub, which this is actually not the right one. Interestingly enough, beta. Yes.
Data band. That's right.
Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Just get it. You did do the thing of like after a couple of seconds, it will update. Was that the thing
Yes.
that you ended up going with?
Yeah, exactly. Create hub release. Cool. And then it's the same. Okay, I just published it. It's the same Notes app, but if you had it installed, it's going to convert itself to install again. You should be able to install it, and it's going to be the new version.
Oh, and there came all the other ones.
App installed
Oh, nice.
successfully.
Your app installed successfully. I'm still waiting on that little spinning white worm that grows and shrinks.
Cool. So let me know when. I'm just going to actually send this to you.
Oh, there we go. Popping it open.
Here in the right. Paste it in the Zoom chat, my code.
Okay. Contacts, add.
Yes.
Friend request sent. You got that? Cool.
Awesome. Do you wanna?
Friend
No,
request
I'll,
sent.
yes.
Can you make
Okay,
a group
so
with me and Victor in it, even though we're not friends with each other?
yeah, I should be able to. So Victor and Eric, create group. Oh, what's up? Yes, awesome.
Got it.
Okay. New note. Hey guys.
Mine says error fetching notes, but it does let me create a new note. Oh, now it just says no notes found, which is okay. That's
Okay.
pretty nicer. The error was, it made me feel scared.
Okay, yeah. Something to
I don't see
improve.
hey guys yet.
Okay.
I reloaded and got it, but I didn't see it automatically.
We should have a faster reload time there. Because it's by default it's 20 seconds. Oh yes, I just got it. This is Victor. Good.
Yeah, but I got an error updating the note, but it did see no.
Yeah. So it has a glitch of when you update it sometimes errors out because of the bouncing thing that we just did.
Okay. Can't find variable update record.
Oh, we overrode each other, Eric. That's interesting. Yeah, we definitely
I
need
tried jumping down. I tried jumping far enough down into the document, but I guess maybe distance doesn't make a difference. Yeah.
No, it's
Even- Ooh.
the things that Sin
Whoa.
is supposed to fix.
Still pretty rad that we're doing this at the same time, though, you guys.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely.
Hitting enter from a checkbox doesn't make a new checkbox for me yet.
No, that's right. Didn't implement that.
Okay. Oh, so what the hell? Oh, maybe
Oh,
it's
it
getting
disappeared.
bumped because of other stuff. I don't think I'm ready to
No.
use it as a professional tool yet,
No, absolutely.
but
Yeah.
Almost. Trying to have it. There we go.
oh,
Ready. And now I'm clicking it, so now I'm ready. Okay. Cool. Well, we all
Mhm.
got to play in a note together, which was cool.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, this is the kind of thing that it's going to be absolutely necessary to have a real-time collaboration engine like Sin. This is what Sin's designed to solve. In place so that everyone gets updated automatically, so it doesn't keep polling right on the back end. And we have real-time collaboration. Notes is interesting because people don't expect a Notes app to be real-time collaboratory. Maybe. I'm not actually that certain about that, but Notes is a different experience from Docs. But if
totally.
we convert Notes to a real-time experience, then it's actually really close to Docs.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it's a shared notes thing. So if it's a shared notes thing, it should be pretty close to it should be real time. So if I'm sharing a note, you got to be able to act with the note too. If it was just a personal notes thing, like on my letter phone here, then I would then like this doesn't share. So it does stuff that doesn't do, which is kind of sweet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Just
Cool.
share a shopping list with people you love.
Mhm. Cool.
This is great.
So
I'm pretty stoked.
yeah, me too. I mean, it's not fully ready yet, but we went a lot of the way, improving the note editing view. This is what we did today. So yeah, now it feels like it can start to be something that you can use. Maybe it's much more polished and powerful if you use it just with yourself or when you're not online at the same time with other people in the group. But yeah, we can work on that in the following sessions maybe.
Yeah, and I just want to say that we
Yeah.
got to this from hang on. We got to this from this in 3 build sessions, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something like 4 hours and a half of coding, maybe 5
Yeah.
hours of coding. Yeah, pretty happy.
Not including all the work that went in to make all the modules that make up and the pieces that make up the P2P shipyard, but like
Absolutely.
it's incredible. It's incredible.
Absolutely.
Oh, I forgot to do stop time when you published it. We're at an hour and 42 minutes now. I'll mark that now. We
It
could
is.
actually go back and like see how it was. But yeah, I think it was about
10
an hour and a
minutes.
half. We've been
It's
fiddling with it for probably 5 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, 10 minutes. Great.
Mm.
Awesome.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for today. We'll see where we get to it if we continue, when, how, what. But that was
Absolutely.
really cool.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Thanks, everyone. See you next time. Ciao.
Yeah. Bye.